Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ma. Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Fine. All came. Please attend on time. Only 25 we have. Okay. We have been discussing packing. As I said, it is taken from this excerpt taken from Three Man in a Boat, which is written by Jerome K. Jerome. Okay, this excerpt that definitely you can enjoy, and we discussed about. In addition, we discussed about packing. Okay, what are all the problems? What are all the things we are facing? While packing. Okay, we can connect ourselves with the Jerome K. Jerome that we discussed, and you also said a few things. And the next, what we are going to, yesterday we started, discussing Harrison George, and they are going to pack the remaining things. Okay, they started packing, a few things that they are going to keep it in the hampers and the basket. Okay, you all know what is the meaning of a basket. Clear. And we'll continue that. What is the word I gave yesterday? What is the word I gave yesterday? Frivolous. Yeah. What is the meaning of that? Not having serious cause or purpose. Okay. Yeah. You can, one word you can say it as a worthless. Frivolous means if you say it's frivolous, is worthless. Or if you say it is frivolous and it is worthless. Okay. Fine. Um, Today's word for you is flourish. 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 What is the meaning of that? Anybody? What is the meaning of that? Shall I say? Shall I? Grow. Yeah. Grow. Triumph. You can say it's a triumph or blossom. Okay. Grow or blossom also. You can. Fine. The word for you is fleeting. Okay, FLEEITING, fleeting. So they may say that the time is fleeting, and let me get the answer for this in the following class. And what is the phrase I gave last class? Greenhorn. Yeah, you may come across some greenhorn. You are still greenhorn only in certain extents. What's the meaning of immature person who can be easily tricked? Okay, for example, we can say as if you call someone as a greenhorn and is he or she is inexperienced, yeah, beginner. Novice, I said no. Okay, beginner, inexperienced. Clear. Very good. If you call someone greenhorn, he is greenhorn, she is greenhorn, or if you mention any name, means he or she is a beginner. Okay. Fine. Next one. Give up. Give up the ghost. Give up the ghost. Okay. What is the meaning of that? Give up the ghost. Harry, stop working. Okay. Just related only, Janani. Stop working or Nandita. Any other? Uh, Pass away or die. Pass away, die. Okay. Die, become ghost like that. That's the meaning of that. Pass away. Okay. I don't say that die, dying and becoming a ghost. Okay. Give up the ghost means pass away or die, to quit. Okay. Yeah. Um, get into a scrap. Get into a scrap. Okay. Is it visible, Ra? What I have written? Board. Is it okay now? Okay. Get into a scrap. Okay. Let me get the answer for this in the following class. Fine. Okay, so as I said, there was packing. It's an excerpt taken from Three Men in a Boat, which is written by Jerome K. Jerome. And in the previous classes, we discussed, he informed his friends that he is good in packing. Is good in packing. That he will do that. But he intended some other thing that he may be bossing the packing. Okay, informing his friends Harris and George to do this and that. Okay, but they took it in another way, and they simply sat. Okay, they enjoyed that. Irritated Jerome Jerome. Okay, so when he completed the packing for the first time, and Harris asked him whether why he didn't keep the boots in. Okay, that irritated him, and he opened the strap again and he put the boots inside. Okay, and then he was in a dilemma. Okay, so whether he kept his toothbrush or not. Okay, and that fun we might have enjoyed. Definitely, you might have experienced when you have packed. Also, I already said that. See, we all supposed to carry our toothbrush and the tooth. Paste, because sometimes we may be going to the hill area where we may not be seeing more shops or shops nearby. Okay, so and the incidents that he shared, that how taking toothbrush, keeping it into the bag haunted him. How we discussed that, that made us enjoy. Clear. So next, as soon as I strapped the bag, he was informed that his friends will pack the remaining things. Okay, remaining things in the hampers. Okay, so Jerome, he didn't say anything, and he thought that soon the things will be exciting. He wanted to enjoy. He wanted to enjoy. He wanted to sit idle, see them working. He knows that at least George is a good packer, and Harris is the worst packer. Okay, that he had seen. Okay, so yesterday we discussed that how they piled up the things. Okay, the heavy things on the top, and light things, fragile things on the down. Okay, and finally they broke the teacup also. That is the first thing that they have done. Okay, breaking the teacup. So seeing them breaking the teacup, and stepping onto the butter. Okay, Jerome K. Jerome thought that it will be, soon certain things will be exciting, will be humorous, will be fun, that he is going to enjoy. So what he did, he sat on the table. He sat on the table, definitely that would have been irritated Harris and George. Okay, see, I just compare this incident with one movie. Okay, actually, have you seen the movie Friends, acted by Surya and Vijay? Yes, did you? You all, yeah? Did you enjoy the movie? The fun, especially Nesamani comedy and all. Did you enjoy? Recently, Nesamani was a trend in the Twitter. Okay. Actually, the hardcore of the movie. Okay. Why that movie becomes success? Even the present day children, present generation, okay, they may enjoy, the comedy scenes there in the movie. I'll say the small thing. I'll compare one thing with that movie. Here, a small amount of butter. Okay, with a small amount of butter, they are making us, nuisance. Okay, that made Jerome K. Jerome to enjoy. Okay, what all the series of a series of things happen. Okay, there what happened and oil was poured on the floor. Okay, oil was poured on the floor, and how the manager got asleep and that he kicked Vadivelu into a drum. Okay, and Vadivelu that become very dark, pouring the dark powder onto him. Okay, that made the two heroes laugh continuously. Okay, even the serious people, if you are too depressed, if you are too stressed, if you see such a scene, definitely you may enjoy that scene and that Nasamani, scene and how hammer fell onto him, and the same thing. I don't know. I just when I read the Three Men in a Boat, especially this part, I thought, oh, okay, maybe the director Siddiq might, he was inspired reading Three Men in a Boat, especially this area, this one. He just changed one thing. Here it is butter, there it is oil. He used oil. Okay, am I right, Ra? Here it is butter, there it is oil. Okay, with butter, two friends are making fun, and there with the oil, the that of comedy scene was set up. Okay, that made us enjoy not only when we watched that movie, when we watched 10 years back. Now also, if you see suddenly Nesamani got trended. Okay, that made all the artists who who acted in that movie to enjoy. Actually, they were very happy. Okay, so as I already said, the humor that he used, Jerome K. Jerome, he used in a Three Men and a Board. Okay, as I said, here in packing and even in the maze. Okay, he definitely it cannot be done again. So, however, he wrote a sequel through to Three Men in a Boat, Three Men on a Bummel. Okay, but it was not that it was not that succeeded like a Three Men in a Boat. Okay, he didn't get the fame. Was not succeeded in all other write-ups. However, he wrote many. Okay, but yeah, once in a while we'll get such a things, maybe writers or movies. Clear. And what is that the screenplay of the movie Gilly, I don't think it will be recreated again, even by the director and the actor himself. Okay, I don't think that the movie Tani Uruvan. Okay, it's the best movie, and I don't think again the same director, same actor will reproduce the same feeling to the audience. Okay, am I right, Ra? Am I right? Okay, such a thing, not only writer, whoever the creator, if he has created one beautiful thing, I don't think he may be creating the same thing. He may get the same fame after, in all other things that he is going to create. Okay, the same thing happened to Jerome K. Jerome also. Okay, fine. and we completed page number 85. We completed page number 85 and discussing Jerome is sat on the edge of the table watching George and Harris working, packing the things. George he stepped on. He stepped on the butter. Okay, fine. And page number 86, first paragraph. Sorry, that ninth paragraph for continuation. Okay, on the top. Shall I start? Page number 86. Okay. It irritated them more than anything I could have said. I felt that it made them nervous and excited, and they stepped on the things and put things behind them, and then they couldn't find them when they were wanted them. Okay. See, as he was sitting idle on the edge of the table, definitely that might have irritated Harris and George. Okay, because he already experienced that. Okay, he also got irritated when they all sat when he was packing. That too, when he was informed, Jerome, when he was informed, okay, to pack his boots and some other thing. Clear. So that irritated him. The similar thing, they may also experience. Okay. So that made them nervous and excited. You know what they did? Okay. Sometimes they stepped on the things. Sometimes they stepped on the things, and earlier we discussed that they broke the cup. Okay. And sometimes they put the things behind them. They put the things behind them, and they will be they'll be searching for the things here and there. Actually it is behind them, that is not visible. Okay, they will be searching either on the left and right. Okay, but they will not see at back. Clear. And they packed the pies at the bottom, put heavy things on the top, and smashed the pies in. Okay, pies are edible things. Edible things, we all know that they are fragile, they are weak only, they are less weight only. But pies are kept under on the heavy things. Okay, so pies are down, edible things are down, and the heavy things are on the top. Okay, what happened that made the pies to be smashed. Okay, so it was very exciting what George and Harris did, and it was very exciting to Jerome. Okay, any doubts in that paragraph? No, no doubts. Okay, very good. 10th paragraph. And then they upset salt over everything, and as for the butter, I never saw two men do more with 1 and 2 pence worth of butter in my whole life than they did. Clear. So next to what they did, and there was a cup of salt, and salt was splitted. Salt was splitted on everything, all the things. Okay, first thing they have done that. And even the butter, a small amount of butter, okay, they had. Okay, with the butter they made enough nuisance. Clear. Pence means penny. Okay, PENNY, penny, and that is singular. Pence is plural. Okay, so Jerome, he thinks that so he has since seen a men doing doing things like that. Okay, they are that thing is not worth for 1 or 2 pence, 1 or 2 pence. After George had got it off his slipper, they tried to put it in the kettle. Okay, so what George did, we all said that George stepped on the butter. As soon as he took out from his slipper, okay, he tried to keep butter into the kettle. He tried to keep the butter into the kettle. It wouldn't go in. Okay, as he was keep pushing the butter into the kettle, it was not going completely. Half went inside, and it's not completely remaining half. It's not going out. Okay, then what? And then what? He and Aris did. Okay, so anyhow, it is not going inside, and he wanted to get it out. He wanted to drag it out. Okay, what went inside? It is not coming out. Clear. What? It is not completely going inside. Somewhat went inside, but when they try to take it out, it is not coming out completely. What went inside? It is not coming out inside. Outside. Okay, it wouldn't go in, and what was in wouldn't come out. They did they did scrap it out at last and put it down on the chair, and Aris sat on it, and it stuck to him, and they went looking for it all over the room. Okay, so finally, pushing very hard, okay, they took it out from the kettle. Okay, so what George did, and he just kept the butter on the chair. Clear? On the chair. Okay, what Harris did, he sat on the butter. Okay, he thought to sat on the chair, but on the chair, upon the chair, there is a butter. Okay, he sat on upon the butter. Okay, Harris, he doesn't know. Clear. After that, both George and Harris, they kept on searching, for a butter. Okay, in the room here and there. Okay, without knowing, it got stuck on the back of Harris. Clear. Any doubts in 10th paragraph? Is it good? The fun, did you enjoy the fun? Yes? Clear. So with actually now you can understand why I compared this incident with that movie. Okay, there oil, here butter. Clear. You know Then in 11th paragraph, I will take my oath. I put it down on the chair, said George, staring at the empty seat. Clear. So now, as they were searching butter in the room that they couldn't find, now George, he remember. Okay, hey, Aris, I kept the butter on the chair. Okay, but there is an empty seat, but it is not there. Butter is not on the chair. Okay, it is empty seat only. Oath means I promise that I kept on the chair. Clear. I saw you do it myself not a minute ago, said Aris. Okay, Aris also accepted that. Then they started round the room again looking for it, and then they met again in the center and stare at one another. Okay, so they both went in different directions searching for butter in the room. Okay, at once they two met. At once they met each other. Okay, and both of their hands were empty. They couldn't find the butter. Clear. Most extraordinary thing I have heard of, said George. Okay, so as they were staring, as they were astounded, surprised, that where butter has gone and who took it off, and seeing that, George felt that it is the most extraordinary thing. It is the most extraordinary thing that he hasn't heard of. Clear, said George. And Aris said, it is so mysterious. Okay, he calls missing butter as a mystery. Okay, you all know that mystery. Okay, unsolved one. That is a mystery. Clear. So Aris, George says it is most extraordinary thing that he has ever heard of, and Aris says that it is a mystery. Okay, it is so mysterious. Okay, who took the butter? Okay, where it has gone? Clear. So then George got round at the back of Aris and saw it. Okay, so what George did, and he stood up. He stood up and he just walk around Aris. Okay, finally he found the butter at the back of Aris, which got stuck on his buttocks. Clear. So why here? It is all the time. He exclaimed. indignantly, showing anger and annoyance. Okay, he was very surprised and he was angry also. Okay, why was it there on your back all the time? Clear. So Aris, he cried. He couldn't understand what is meaning. What is meaning? And he said, "Where?" Okay, cried Aris, spinning round. Okay, he was just spinning. He was spinning round and saying, he cried, "Where? Where is it?" Clear. Stand still. Stand still. Can't you? Roared George, flying after him. Clear. So as he was spinning, George seeing him. See, stand still, don't spin. Stand still, don't spin. And can't you stand still? And then it is roared by George, and it went. He went back of him. Okay. Finally, he took off for the butter. Okay. From the back of Aris. Okay, 11th paragraph is over. Clear. Actually, there in here, what is that? Butter. In some other episodes, some other scenes, they used cheese also. Actually, foreigners, okay, most of them they like butter and they eat cheese. Okay, even in India also many of us use butter. Clear. So actually, they may be cooking there and they'll use butter when they cook Nandita. Amma, is it okay, Ra? Nandita? Sir, for what they use butter? Okay, fine. Any other doubts, ma? In 11th paragraph. Is it fine? Finally, they found the butter. Fine. And finally, finally they got it off and they packed it in the teapot. Okay, so not this time, not in the this time not in the kettle. This time in the teapot. Paragraph 12. Paragraph 12. As I said about the dog, clear. Not only in this, in this excerpt, even in the coming scenes also. Okay, but it is not mentioned here about Montmorency, especially here is butter. When they were researching cheese and when they were fighting for cheese, that time also dog played a vital role. Okay, so and if you read Three Men in a Boat when you have time, and you'll come to know what I mean. So next, 12th paragraph, one more character is introduced. It is none other than the dog. Montmorency was in it all. Of course, Montmorency's ambition in life is to get in the way and be sworn at. If he can screen in anywhere where he particularly is not wanted, and be a perfect nuisance and make people mad, have things thrown at his head, then he feels his day has not been wasted. Okay, Montmorency is such a character, and it twisted. It goes to all the places where he doesn't want to be wanted. Okay, wherever it is not wanted, it will go there only. Actually, you all as students, you will do this one. Clear. Okay. See, when whatever the teacher or your parent says that you should not do it, you will do. Am I right? Especially most of us will do whatever we are informed that not to do. That one only will do. That I am experiencing with my children. Okay. Of course, I also like that only when I was a child like you. Okay, in the school. Am I right, Ra? Whatever we say, we should not do that, and you will do that only. Okay, see, all of you are informed that you should not chat, you should not post the messages when meditation is going on, and most of you are doing it only. Clear? Yes, am I right? So, whatever thing, see, if certain things are hidden and you wanted to see what are the things are hidden, and some of you are very much interested to know about the others' secrets also. Okay, what really you don't want, you are not wanted to do, and you will do it. You are very fond of doing that. Okay, fine. Here it will do, dog will do that, and whenever it creates a nuisance there, wherever it goes, the people, what they will do, they will throw the things onto the dog. Okay, so if as it happened, okay, the day of Montmorency is not fulfilled. Okay, every day dog is very ambitious that things to be thrown onto him. Clear? Dog is very ambitious to be thrown things on. Clear? So that is the character of Montmorency. Okay. So if it hasn't happened in any day, so the dog may feel that his day is not fulfilled. His day is not fulfilled. Clear? Next, to get somebody to stumble over him and curse him steadily for an hour is his highest aim and object. And when he has succeeded in accomplishing this, his conceit becomes quite unbearable. Clear? So, to get somebody to stumble. Stumble means to make someone off balance, to make someone half balance. Okay, like slight slippery. Okay, half balance. Okay, and being cursed by others. Okay, that is his highest aim. That is his highest aim. Okay, to be cursed by others. Clear? So after after achieving this one, after achieving this one. Okay, this one is a conceit. Conceit means he may feel proud. Okay, he may feel proud. He created such a nuisance, and he made the people off balance. Okay, after doing all these things, and the Montmorency feels very proud about its behavior. Okay, far as seeing this behavior, it is unbearable. What is the meaning of bearable? What is unbearable? Quite opposite to bearable. Okay, that is not tolerable. Clear? Is it clear? 12th paragraph. Any doubts in that? Is it clear? 12th paragraph. Any doubts in that? Okay. Next up, 13. Let's see what he does. He came and sat down on the things just when they were wanted to be packed. Okay. So what next? What Montmorency does? Okay. When the things are ready to be packed, okay, he will come and sit on the things, sit upon the things. Okay, that may irritate the packers, especially Harris and George. Okay, whenever things are ready, are kept ready to be packed, and he will come and sit on the things. Okay, and he labored under fixed belief that whenever Aris or George reached out their hand for anything, it was his cold damn nose that they wanted. Clear? Actually, whenever as I said, things are kept which are ready to be packed by George and Aris. That time, Montmorency go and sit on the things. Okay, whenever Aris and George, reached reach their hands, to take some other thing. What they will be really reaching? The damp nose of the dog. Damp nose of the dog, because the dog sitting on the things. Okay, he put his leg into the jam, and he worried the teaspoons, and he pretended that the lemons were rats, got into the hamper and killed them. Clear? So what he did, what the dog did, and it stepped on, he stepped on the jam, worried. bit worried about teaspoons. Okay, so it disturbed the teaspoons and scattered, and that made noise, and the scattering noise. Okay, and he pretended that lemons were rats. Okay, he thought that lemons were rats. Okay, as soon as he saw the lemons on the hampers, he thought they are rats, and he got into the hamper to kill them. To kill the, and to kill and three of them before Aris could land him with a frying span. Okay, finally what Aris will do, he will, Montmorency will create all the nuisance what he has done. Okay, before Aris, he will take the frying pan to throw or to hit him with the frying pan. Clear? Any doubts in that? 13th paragraph. 13th paragraph. Is it clear now? No. Fine. 14th one. Page number 88, 14th one. Aris and I encouraged him. I didn't encourage him. A dog like that doesn't want any encouragement. It is the natural, original sin that is born in him that makes him to do things like that. Okay, so Aris, he started cursing George, blaming him. Okay, how he is blaming him? Only because of Jerome K. Jerome. Okay, dog Montmorency behaving like that. Okay, but hearing that, Jerome K. Jerome, he says that it is, the natural attitude of the dog. Okay, it is a original sin. Okay, with that only the dog was created. Clear? So that he could not change he could not change the dog, which it was actually created, which it was actually endowed by the God. Okay, so the behavior of his original sin, with that only it was created. It is said by Harrison. Okay, the packing was done at 12:50, and Aris sat on the big hamper and said he hoped nothing would be found broken. Clear? So, okay, so finally, after packing things at 12:50 a.m. Okay, so what Harris did, he sat on the things of a hamper. Okay, on the in the hamper only they kept the edible things, some fragile things, and he sat onto that, and he was hopping. Okay, what is the meaning of hopping? Jumping on the hamper, saying, telling that nothing will be broken. Nothing will be broken. Clear? So George said that if anything was broken, it was broken. Clear. See, it is already packed, and if anything was broken, as you hopped on the things, okay, if it is broken only. We don't do anything. So said by George, with a reflection seemed to comfort him. So he also said he was ready for bed, and we were all ready for bed. Harris was to sleep with us that night, and we went upstairs. Clear. So Josh said that he is feeling sleepy, and the morning they have to go. They have to go for a trip. Okay. So now they are getting ready to sleep. Okay. And Harris, he wanted to sleep with them. Okay. They went upstairs. Clear. Fine. 15th paragraph. We tossed our beds, and Harris had to sleep with me, he said. Clear. So do you prefer the inside or outside, Jay? Clear. So Jerome K. Jerome was asked, whether he will, whether he prefers to lie, okay, to sleep on the bed or inside the bed. Okay, so Harris said it was odd, clear. But George said, what? Okay, Jerome K. Jerome said that he generally preferred to sleep inside a bed. Harris said it was very odd. Okay, it was very odd. It was very strange sleeping inside the bed. Okay, so finally George said, "What time shall I wake you, fellows? What time shall I wake you, fellows?" And Harry said, "7." Okay, but Jerome said, "No, it is 6." No, it is 6 because I wanted to write some letters. Okay, so Aris he wanted to get up by 7, and Jerome he wanted to get up by 6. Okay, and finally both of them, Aris and I, had a bit of a row over it, but at last split the difference and said half past 6. Okay, finally they came to an agreement. Okay, so he said 6, and he said 6. Aris said 7, and finally they came to the center half past 60, half past 60, 6:30 a.m. Okay, they said, "Okay, wake us at 6:30, George." We said, "Okay." When they said wake us 6:30, George, and George made no answer. Why he made no answer? He was already fallen asleep. Okay, we found on going over that he had been fallen, that he had been asleep. Okay, for something. So we placed the bed. Okay, here bed is a bed tub. Okay, bed here, bed tub, where you could tumble. Okay, tumble means fall suddenly. Okay, as soon as George wakes up, okay, he is being hit by a bed tub and he will fall onto the bed tub. Okay, into it on getting out in the morning and went to the bed ourselves. So why they placed, maybe in other thing also you can take, and as soon as George wakes, and he will fall onto the bed tub, and there itself they can he can take a bath. Okay, so that's what they felt, and after that, after doing this one, both of them went to sleep. Okay, went to their bed. Any doubts? Any doubts? Did you enjoy? Is it clear? Did you enjoy? See, that's what I said. It is known for the comic instances. Okay, Jerome K. Jerome is known for comic instances. Clear. I hope you might have enjoyed, and one day I'll tell you, how they were caught in the mass. Actually, there is a video clip also. You go and see that. Actually, it was created as depicted as a movie also. When you are free, especially on Sunday, go to YouTube and you can see this one. Okay, for example, or if you come when you come to school, and if I there, and I'll show you that video. Okay, maybe I'll try to share that one also. Okay, ma'am. Is it clear? Fine. Shall we discuss book back exercise? Shall we? Take page number 90. Take page number 90. Take page number 90. Thinking about the language. Clear. Match the words or phrases in column A with their meanings in column B. Okay. So right side there are spaces, and left side there are phrases, and right side you have meanings. Okay, you are going to match. Shall we try? Fine. First one, slaving. First one, slaving. What is that? Yeah, working hard. Eighth one. Eighth one, working hard. Very good. Working hard. Second one, chaos. Chaos. Sixth one, yeah, very good. Okay. Complete confusion and disorder. Okay. Sixth one only. Very good. And rummage. Rummage. Rummage, and they themselves gave meaning in the book itself. Yeah, tell me, rummage, what is the meaning of rummage? Rummage. Yes, Ra? Fifth one, huh? Yeah. Search for something by moving things around hurriedly and carelessly. Okay. Fifth one is the third. Okay, very good. Fourth one, scrap out. Scrap out. Scrap out. Two. Scrap out. Yeah. Remove something from inside another thing using a sharp tool. Okay, that is the fourth one. Remove something from inside another thing using a sharp tool. Sharp tool. Okay, second one. Fine, very good. Fifth one. Stumble over, tumble into. Stumble over, tumble into. What is that? Seven, ah? No, da? No. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, fall or step awkwardly while walking. Yes, that is the fifth one. Seventh one is the fifth one. Very good. Fall or step awkwardly while walking. Very good. Accomplish. Just now I said about Montmorency. No, what is that? Fourth, yeah, finish successfully, achieve. Finish successfully, achieve. Clear. Uncanny. That also I know. I think most of the words I discussed only. Uncanny. What is that? Uncanny. Third one. Very good, Karthikeyan. Strange, mysterious, difficult to explain. Uncanny. Uncanny means strange. Okay. Strange, mysterious, difficult to explain. Very good. And the last one, to have or get into a row. Okay, a row. What is that? Only one is left. No, one. A quarrel or an argument. Okay, so I think time over. Okay, with this I complete, and remaining things we'll discuss later next class, and we'll discuss last leaf. Okay, next class we'll discuss last leaf. Fine. From moments. Clear. Thank you everyone. I hope you might have enjoyed this lesson. Okay.